Hello, how to build your food supply on budget. Today is November 13, 2022, and we made some purchases for we did our grocery purchases. Last week on November 5, 2022, we took money out for our groceries, and for November we set our grocery budget to $300 for the month of November for our family of 5, and that $300 included $150 for food and non-food items, and $60 for fruit, and $90 for meat. So we purchased a lot of meat products that day, and this week we purchased the rest of the groceries. I usually like to make my grocery purchases once a month, but I like to set I like to estimate that to be less than the grocery budget. That way, if I forget something, we can purchase that during the month, or if something goes on sale, we'll be able to have enough to stock up on that item. So it's not about the $200, it's more about the budget you set for your family. So you will try to do your shopping and keep an eye on your expenses so that you spend less than what you want to spend that month for your groceries. That way, if you do not purchase everything, you have enough in your budget to purchase what you didn't purchase, or if you run out of a grocery staple, you'll be able to purchase it, or if something goes on sale, you'll be able to stock up. Stocking up on an item that is on sale does not mean you have to go over your grocery budget. So you set a budget, but when you spend less than that budget, you'll have a saving left. And every month you set the full budget again, and when you try to spend less than that, you'll have a saving left. So those savings, when something goes on sale that you use that saving to purchase that staple and stock up. You purchase more than you need right at that moment, so that you can stock up on that by using those grocery savings. That way you make your grocery budget a fixed expense in your budget, your overall budget. That way your expenses won't fluctuate because of your grocery expenses. But within the grocery category, your grocery expenses will be different month from month or every month, but it's still going to be that same budget you work with that you said. And months that you find a lot of things on sale, you will stock up a lot by using those grocery savings. And months that you didn't see those sales, then you will save a lot because you didn't spend all your grocery budget for that month, and those savings will add up month after month, and you'll be able to use that to stock up when things goes on sale. And depending on what the staple is, it could be season, it could go on sale some season of the year or times throughout the year, it depends. So while we are talking and going through our purchases, I have some behind here as well. I would like to put some I would like to make some pizza sauce, and we are going to use tomato puree. So we purchased tomato puree, and I took 3 out of my shelf to use, and I have pizza going on, and I'm just going to turn it on right now, and I will start working on the pizza sauce as well. So depending on the pizza, if I'm making pizza sauce, because I'm baking pizza, I will make it very simple without adding greens necessarily. But if I'm making the sauce because I'm going to cook pasta, I usually add greens to it, but then that sauce will be used for rice, for pasta, for rice, and for pizza. And if I'm making the sauce for pizza, I may not add green to it, but we will use it for pasta, for rice, and pizza as well. So I'm going to wash my hand and then we can start. So for this month of November, I estimated to spend about $100, $120 on groceries. And we have potato that my husband said was on sale at the grocery store for a 10-pound bag for $4.88, and Aldi has it for $4.79, so a few cents cheaper. But I think the store that has it on sale was closer to where was closer and the time, and my husband didn't have to wait later when Aldi opened to go to Aldi. So he went and purchased 2 bags, 10 pounds of potato, and I have planned on having some potato on hand so that I can make potato wedges. For instance, usually I don't like to purchase potato when it is not on sale. Therefore, I purchase potato in fall because I have found it to go on sale in fall, and then I will stock up. Same thing is sweet potato. Sweet potato goes on sale in fall, and I will stock up. And sweet potato can last almost a year and more in my in the basement because the kids don't eat a lot of it. Therefore, I don't cook it often. That's why it could last that long for us. But the potato does not last long. They try to shrivel. So the next week ad has sweet potato for 44 cents a pound. And in the past, like this, I'll just go and buy a box or 2 and just put in the basement. And that could last. That lasts for months, well through winter. If you like sweet potato is on sale, that'll be the good time to stock up on that. So we purchased the 2 pounds of potato, and with potato, when I do not have potato, it's not on sale, and I do not have potato, I usually don't make potato dishes. But with potato, what kind of dishes can you make? We can easily come up with 5. This is a whole peel potato. I didn't even pay attention to it. This is whole peel potato. We usually purchase tomato puree. Okay, so one dish I like to make with potato is potato soup. I will boil egg and chop it up after I remove the peel. I will chop it up, and I will use cream cheese as well in the potato soup. I do not use milk. I will use broth for the liquid, and when the potato is about done, I will add the egg and potato and the cream cheese in it. So when cream cheese is on sale, I like to purchase it and freeze it because I can make cream cheese cake, and then I can make potato soup as well. And I can make the potato soup without the cream cheese because the egg will give it that milky, creamy texture anyway. So that is one dish. The second dish is potato wedges. And tonight I'll probably make potato wedges for dinner, and that's why I requested we purchase some potato, because I was thinking about French fries, which I usually purchase frozen fries to put in the freezer, but they cost $2.98 for 2-pound bag versus $4.88 for 10-pound bag potato. So 3 bags of French fries is what we use versus 10-pound bag of potato for potato wedges. So 3 bags of French fries is like $4. No, it's like $8.94 versus $4.88. So it's cheaper to use the potato, the 10-pound bag of potato. That way I can cook that during the week, and then I can do fries times to times or during holidays. So that was the plan. So when you are trying to stay within budget, you might have to have a strategy to be able to spend within your budget if you do not want to go over it, because the price that we are seeing on the market. So now we have 2 dishes there. Another things we can make with the potato is baked potato. When you bake it with the skin, you can, I like to, that's the third one. The fourth one will be boil the potato, and I like to boil it or cook it with some oil, onion, and ground meat, and I'll cook it together like that. And by the time it's done, it's a little bit kind of break down, but not really mashed potato either. So that will be the 4th one. And the 5th one will be just boil the potato and stir it with something else, with meat. So those are easily 5 dishes I could make using potato, and just add other like things to it, meat and vegetables to it, or greens to it. So now we have our tomato. The reason why I use 3 is because I'm going to make the sauce. So I might just make a big batch of it and put the rest in the fridge. So now that I have that, I'm going to make it very simply. The pizza is cooking, and when I cook meat, I usually cook meat in the oven. So the juice that will come from the meat, beef, pork, chicken, I will just save it, and I will just use it to make those sauce. So I do have some sauce here that we might probably use for the pizza. I thought I was out of it when I was making yesterday, because I made pizza yesterday as well. And when I do French fries, I will pour the oil in the jar and put in the fridge or in the freezer if I'm not going to use it anytime soon. And I'm going to talk about when I make that sauce and I'm putting it in the fridge or freezer or both, some remaining will go in a container that I put in the freezer. I like to build my soup elements, and when the container is full, I'll put it in the chest freezer. And this, I like to call it mystery soup, but it's just a frozen ice cream container that I took out yesterday, and the contents of that ice cream container, I pour it in a jar and just simmer, brought it to boil and simmer for a while and serve it. So it has leftovers that pretty much turn into soup. So I'm going, because of that 3 can that I use, I'm going to use all of this. And if I don't have those juice on hand, I'll just open one of a canned jar of broth, because I have a lot of canned broth that I can myself. I will just use that, and that's pretty much it. So I will add a little bit of, that is the only spice that I've been purchasing right now. So one way to save on spices is to grow your own. To grow what is hard in your zone. And the chili pepper is the only things that I like to purchase. So that's one way to save money as well. And now I'm just going to let it boil while the pizza is baking for the first time. So when the pizza is done, after 40 minutes, then I'll add the topping to it, and I'll bake it again at 350 for 12 to 15 minutes. And for this, don't know if you'll be able to see, but for this size of sauce, I'll be able to pour some in jars and bowls and have it in the fridge for the week. For things that will require sauce, we'll have sauce ready. That's why I'm making it as a big batch. So that's the main way that I use those tomato puree to make pizza sauce, pasta sauce that will go with pizza, pasta, rice dishes. So now that we have that one getting done, let me wash my hand and we can continue with our groceries here. Okay, so I set a budget for $120 to accommodate everything, but we won't spend more than that. So for the first things, that it's good when you are going to the grocery store to have a grocery list. And I do have a list of all the ingredients that I usually purchase. I do not purchase every single one of them every month, but I have the list, and every month I'll just grab any scrap paper I have on hand, and this one is just a paper, a printing paper cover, if I'll call it that way, and I have the list. So I estimated to spend about $120 on all my groceries, because we do not purchase the meal for the whole month all at once. I like to allocate $20 for that. And bread, if bread goes on sale, we can stock up. So for both, about $20 work for us. And because kids are going to school, I like to put $20 on the side for snacks that they can take to schools. And I have the list for things that I want to be purchased with that $20. I'm not the one doing the shopping, my husband did the shopping, but I will draft the list. So what works is, when you are in the kitchen during the month, if you feel like you run out of something, or you remember something that you know you want to purchase, when you do your groceries, it's good to have a paper in your cupboard somewhere that you can just grab with a pen. So I like to have a pen in in the kitchen, and you just write down what it is, because when you are ready to do your grocery list, you may not remember everything. So at some point during the month, I know that I need to purchase sugar, so that will be the right time to get the paper and do that. So that's just a tip. But then I have the list, and at some point I noticed that I need to buy this storage bag, because I will sometimes I serve popcorn to the kids to take to school, and I've been using my freezer bag, and it's not a good way of using the freezer bag if the freezer bag costs more than the storage bag for the quart size. I'm not sure, so I put it here so that we can get that as well. And I have the list of other things that I will purchase. So, and then I added to that 120, I added $10 for meat, and I put those two, but I was not sure that we'll be able to purchase both. But my husband ended up spending $11 there. And for the fruit, we didn't have fruit, so I put banana and any other fruit that my husband might come across. I put $20 there. It came from the fruit budget. So from the food, my husband spent about $130 because of the 2 bags of potatoes that he purchased. I was hoping he purchased those with his own $10, so I was hoping he would take that out of this so that he has $110 to work with. But he ended up spending about $80 on food, $11 on meat, $19 on fruits. But when he came home, he said that there is a grocery store that has apple on sale. Therefore, he would like to purchase more fruits. So I gave him $45 to work with, and I believe he spent about $47. He spent about $47 on the apple to purchase 30 pounds of apple. They were on sale for $1.49. Gabrielle, Angelique, you should not be arguing there. I'm recording. And you can see the sale, how much the original price of the apple will be and how much it was purchased. So $1, I believe, I don't even know how they are doing it here, but anyway, in the past I used to recall how much we are saving on those, so that at the end of the year I know how much I spend in each category, how much I save, and how much I spend in each store, and how much I save from each store. But I don't do those tracking any longer. But yeah, he spent about $47, and a pound costs $1.49 when it was on sale. But I think it's almost double that when it's not. So I have not really gone through the list, but yeah. And he got some gas saving of 5 cents on each bag of apple that he got as well. Okay, so now let's look down here. I'm going to start with the potatoes. So that is the potato, the 10-pound bag of potato. And I will make potato wedges. I'm not going to wash it. I will just peel it and cut it in for each one of them. You can make potato wedges with the skin. And in fact, I think those skins here are clean enough that if I want to use the skin, I can wash it and just cut it. So that will be a possibility. But sometimes they can be dirty, that the time that I will use to wash it will be about the same time to peel it. And I would just prefer to peel it. But we have those 2 bags of that. We have the snacks for the kids. have animal crackers. And those bags, one way we save money is not buying trash bag. We just reuse those bags. So I'm going to look for snacks. I don't think I have it all. So this is the storage bag. And I purchased 2 pounds of cheese. Last time we found some shredded cheese on sale, we purchased them, but when I use it, it does not melt on the pizza the way this one will melt. Therefore, I told my husband that I may not purchase shredded cheese, even if it is on sale anymore. Just prefer to purchase the block and shred it myself. But yeah, this is, excuse me, to use for the kids. And the cheese, I will put it in the freezer. I have some in the freezer already. And when I'm ready to shred it, I will just shred it. I purchased tortilla. And the reason why I purchased it is because we are in November, so holidays coming, and I want to start purchasing little by little to have enough ingredients or staples on hand. I don't know what I'll cook for holidays, but when I decide, I have the ingredients ready. So I've been, holidays and birthday are included in our budget as well. We use the same budget for it. So with tortilla like this, I can cut it in strips and fry it and make tortilla chips like nacho. So that would be a nacho dish. So I will cook like ground beef, spice it up, and we can just use the tortilla chips to scoop the meat and eat. And you can make guacamole with avocado as well. So I'm going to, I don't really want to put things on my counter too much, so this time I'm going to put it on the floor. And I'm going to keep those bags on the side. So the shrimp that I asked is again holiday focus as well, and this bag is not going to be enough. One way I like to use the shrimps, and I like to buy raw because when it's cooked, it does not smell like shrimps. So I like to buy the raw one, and it seems really, it smells like, you know, fishy type thing. So, and I like to buy the vein and peel if possible, and I will add it to egg that I'll beat, and then I'll add it to flour, and I will fry. So it will be, I don't know how I'll call it, but usually they sell it like appetizer when you go to restaurants. But that type of things I like to make with it. And I like to have enough, and I can make that with fries. When I'm frying, I can just make those fried food, fry, and then fry shrimps to go with it. Could be a dish, I'm not sure. Therefore, I'm just trying to buy those things that I don't do on a regular basis because I don't like to fry much. So if I'm going to fry, I like to fry during holiday or time to time. So I'm buying those things that, you know, I can have them on hand, or dishes that takes long for me to cook. I'm buying those ingredients to have them on hand because those dishes I like to make them around holidays, so that, you know, when I have the ingredient, if I decided on a dish, I know that I have the staples to make it. So we might probably get more than just one bag for that, and this will go in the freezer. The potato is boiling, so I'm going to lower the heat for that. We have sugar, but I think I opened the last one. Therefore, I purchased 10 pounds. I believe that's 10 pounds. So 10-pound bag. I like to keep it in the bag so that I don't have, if it's coming out from the bottom, I don't have sugar on my shelf. So we have that. We have more tomato puree. I believe I put 10 on the list. So I have peanuts on the list, and that's something when I cook porridge, like corn meal. I'll use corn meal to make porridge, and I like to add peanut to it or chopped apple. So we have, and we like to use unsalted peanuts. So I don't know how many more I have in stock, therefore I add those. Order some popcorn. Some days of the week I like to make popcorn for kids to take to school as lunch. They usually take hot meal to school or cold meal to school, but some days of the week I like to make popcorn for them to take. That way they won't have a lot of dishes to cook, to clean when they come home. And I have a container there that I could use to put the popcorn in it, because I have used it before for popcorn, so I'm just going to put them there. I might probably take some out of them, put it in another shelf. But I like to keep the kids lunch containers and drinking cup in here. That way, when they are dry, I'll put them there. That way we know that we have them in one spot. We have the peanut oil because we fry, we cook. So I like to purchase peanut oil, and each time I can, I like to purchase it so that I have one on hand. At least that I didn't, the one that I'm using is low. I want to make sure I have more in stock that I have not opened. I ordered cabbage, and the reason for it is to clean it up, shred it or chop it up, put it in freezer bag and put it in the freezer. That way it will go to our holidays as well. I like to make like egg roll. I believe it's called egg roll, but we call it wrap. And I will use a lot of meat and a lot of vegetables or greens, cook it together with tomato puree and spices. And I will make the wrapper myself, and I will stuff it with meal, the meat mixture, and roll it, seal it with wet dough, fry a little bit, and bake it in the oven. So it's egg roll, but we call it wrap. And I like to have, I'm going to, shred it and have it on hand. That way, it will go. I know that I have things, if I want to make wrap for the holidays, I have the meat for it. I want to have the greens or vegetables as well. That will go in that dish. So that's two dishes. The nacho dish, the egg roll dish. Egg roll a lot of time is like an appetizer, but I like to make it like a meal. So I make a lot of it. So the nacho dish, the egg roll rich dish, and then the shrimp dish. The shrimp will go with fries. So I believe I ordered 10 of them or so, I'm not sure. Let's get them out. And it's kind of hard for us to find those. They used to be $1 something few years ago, that 2-pound bag, and now they are almost $3. You can see how price is going up for groceries. On top of that, we don't even see them often. So that's another 3 here, so that's 6 so far. And that'll be 9. And now so 12. So my husband was able to find 12 between 2 stores. Don't fall. So that's 3 dishes right there. Holiday focus. And that's the shrimp. Then you want to see what I'm doing? Okay, so now the kids snack, we have those. Yeah, that's shrimp. You want to say hi in the video? Well, you have to go there to go say hi. Come here. Bend down. Okay, so now that is the snack. Okay. Flowers. With flowers, we make a lot of dishes. For that wrapper, egg roll wrapper, I will use flour for it. So I like to have flour on hand, but I like to purchase more than what we will use in a month, so that little by little I can stock up. So that's the same thing I do for tomato puree as well, because those I use them quite often. I like to purchase more than what we need so that I can little by little build up my stock. So that's unbleached flour, 5-pound bag, corn tortilla. So we can make sourdough bread, sourdough pizza, and egg roll wrapper. So far that's what I can remember. So let's see, we have, I'm going to keep them in their bag, but because sometimes I can have residue in the bag, I prefer to keep them in the bag. You can take one bag off though. And I think that's why we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of flowers, 12 tomato puree, or 10 tomato puree, 6 flowers. Here we have egg. Hold on, let me just take it out and wash my hands. So they are 18 pounds. No, they are 18 in it. And I like to buy because some days of the week I will boil it and serve the kids like 3 each for breakfast. Darren, what are you doing? Be careful because you will step on things, okay? And I do not want tomato puree to fall on you. I have them on top. Stay in the living room. So with the tomato, with the potato that I'm going to make, I took 4 steaks out, 3 of them, and I just have them in the sink here so that they can thaw a little bit. They will go with the potato wedges, and I took 3 out for our family. And I just have them in a bag and in the sink. Okay, so now those were the groceries. Oh, and the banana. The banana was that list too. And what I like to do with the banana is I have boxes in the basement. I will just put them in the box and leave them there. They last longer that way. Do you want some banana? Hey, Angelique, Gabriel, put on here, Angelique. So, taking the banana out, and the banana won't last long because one, we eat a lot of it. The kids and I all like banana, and most of them are white. So, but in the cold in the basement, it will last a little bit longer while we are eating it. But it shouldn't go past a week for us because we eat a lot of it. And they cost 42 cents a pound, I believe. So those are the bananas here. We have our sugar. And when my husband came home, he said that there is another grocery store that has apple on sale for $1.49. And I believe that's the one that I'll show you the receipt, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a crisper. And a lot of time when my crisper is empty, I like to just proof it and wash it or wipe it before I fill it up again. And this came from our garden. Apple, we stock up on apple in fall, and usually they are on sale for 99 cents. That's the price we stock up on. However, this year we have not really seen it often at that price. So therefore, since we don't have apple on hand for $1.49 a pound, my husband went and purchased some. For something that costs 99 cents a pound, now when it's on sale it's $1.49. You can see the difference. It's 50 cents or so more. So if you have a little land, you can grow some fruit trees for fruit that you like to eat. If they are added to your zone, it might save you money to plant some fruit trees. Apple, for instance, or fruit trees like apple, for instance, when they mature, they yield hundreds of pounds of fruit. But it takes years for those fruit trees to get to that stage. And with 100 pounds of fruit, you can freeze, you can can, and have enough supplies for the whole winter or until your trees start producing again the following year. Then I'm recording. Go in the living room. What do you want? What? You need to speak up.
I like to
What? I cannot hear you. Okay, go in the living room. So, yeah, if you have a little lamb, and those are the things that came with the apple. In addition to the sales price, my husband got 5 cents off of gas or something like that. So last month we didn't spend the fruit budget at all, and this month we spent 47 and 20, no, 47 and 19. So almost I would say 20 and 46, that will be $66. So by having, by saving some of your grocery budget, when things goes on sale, you'll be able to use that saving to purchase more. So for instance, for the fruit last month, the expense was $0. And this month is $66 or so, and we just use the saving from last month to be able to stock up. And I believe one has not be too down. And I don't think I can put more on this picture. I'll bring the second picture. Usually when I'm using those crisper, it's the time for me to wipe underneath the fridge as well. Gabrielle, Jaden, go in the living room. If you are going to wine with your sister, move your computer to the living room. And those are from what we have been using. And I believe it's like 30 pounds of apple. And he got butter. When he was going to purchase the apple, butter was on sale, he said as well. I believe the butter was on the receipt. So the first one has the apple, This one has the apple too. Anyway, I'm not seeing the butter here. But the way he explained it, I think the two butter at full price, the two butter on sale cost like how much he paid for both. I gave him $5. He brought $1 something back. But one butter at full price costs more than two together when they are on sale. He didn't find the salted one. He purchased the unsalted one, and I was a little bit concerned that the ingredient will have some sugar in it, but it doesn't. It says natural flavor. I don't know what that means, but that's one of the reasons why I don't buy unsalted butter. It might have like some sweetening things in it, but this one doesn't. It just have flavor. What that means, I'm not sure. But yeah, two unsalted butter, a pound each, and two cost about $4 something. Oh no, less than $4 because he brought $1 back. So those are the purchases for the month of November. The pizza is done. I'll be able to take it out, add the topping to it, and put it back in the oven. But you can see the purchases, and all of that costs $130 plus $45 is plus $66 for fruits. Let's just say $135 for food, $66 for fruits, and $10 for meat. So if you total all of that, that's the expense, that's the purchases for this month. But again, $150 from food, we spend $130 out of it, but we put $20 on the side for milk and bread because we didn't purchase any milk products. So we put $20 on the side for it, and that means we spend out of that $130, we spend $120 because no, we spend $110 because we have $20 put on the side for it. So, but then we spent $66 in food by pulling some from last month that we didn't spend, and we spent quite a bit on meat last month and spent about $10 this month to get enough egg and shrimp to put on the side for holiday, but egg for the week. So that's just an example of how you can stock up, you can build your food supply on budget. Hey Jaden, no tire on the floor. Thank you. So you do not, you know, if you want to keep your budget, your expenses, you have a specific target for your grocery expenses. That's one way to proceed. It is good to purchase grocery staples that will go on sale that you use and you know they will go on sale. It is a good idea to purchase them on sale so that you can save some money to be able to spend on the grocery staples that you do not find on sale. If you want to keep the same purchasing power while price is rising, it'll be good to purchase some items on sale so that you can save some money to purchase the rest of the staples that do not go on sale. put this one back. So then we have this one. So I will add the sauce, the cheese, the meat, add some chili pepper on some of them, and put it back in the oven for another 12 to 15 minutes, and then I can slice it and serve it. But yeah, I think you are working hard for your money. You don't need to spend all of it if you can. It is good to have a budget, and a budget is nothing other than just tell yourself that that's how much you are making and that's how much you want to spend, and keep an eye on your spending so that you do not spend more than the amount you want to spend. That way you can save some of your money to either invest on a side business, or invest in a rental properties, or invest in the stock market, or in all of three, so that over time you can create streams of income where you do not trade your time for money. So to save, one way we save is by growing. One way we save on groceries is by purchasing some items on sale. First, we do grocery list and we estimate to spend less than how much we want to spend for groceries. That means that we can save something for sales, and we grow some greens so that we don't have to buy all our greens, and we purchase some, like, we cook and eat wild edible greens from our garden. So that's one way we increase our garden production, by acknowledging wild green that are edible on our land. So, and we plant some fruit trees. The berries we harvest a lot, but the fruit trees are still growing. They are not. Therefore, we still have to purchase fruits. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Afiabi Liberman, creators of Liberman Consulting LLC YouTube channel and ninasoap.com. And in on our channel, we share different ways we can save money, and different ways you can save money, and different ways you can make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not rely or depend on your job to provide for your family. Thank you so much, you all that watch our videos. We thank you very much for all your comments, and thank you so much, you all that subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it.